So we're going to start out here in the reserve in the Little Terry Forest. Yeah. No, it's not a giraffe, but it's like a cousin of the giraffe. The males have ossicles, those little horn-like things that giraffes have. Females do not for the okapi, and female okapi are actually larger than the males. Gesundheit. So you can keep your eyes open because a lot of these animals like to hide in all this dense vegetation. Their coats can easily blend in. Ooh, right here on the left side of the truck, across that watering hole, kind of laying down next to the rock wall there on the left. There's a black rhino just chilling there, laying down in the shade. Black rhinos are very solitary animals. Very rarely do you see them kind of grouped up. Only time that you more commonly will see them kind of grouped together is at night. That way they can protect each other from any predators. Remember guys, if you spot an animal, call it out so I can identify it for you if you're not sure what it is. It's hard to see. Go on the left side of the truck, up on the hill. They're hard to see, they're laying down, a whole bunch of them. Those are bongo. Bongos get the nickname Ghost of the Forest. Reason being is because they're so rarely seen by humans. And what's really cool is that both the males and females of the bongo have horns and they grow straight back. Reason being is that way while they're diving through all the brush, they don't get caught on anything. So it looks like the forest is easing out. We're getting up to the Safi River, it looks like. Safi River, as well as many other rivers here in Africa, are home to some big animals like hippos, Nile crocodiles, and some other animals as well. On the right side, looks like there's some hippos. These are Nile hippos. Ooh, on the left side, there's more. Hang out right here for you guys to get some decent pictures. Now, hippos are one of the largest and dangerous animals in Africa. Dangerous, you may say? Why you ask that? Is because they are very territorial. So if you see one looking like it's yawning or saying hello at you, it's not. It's telling you to back away because you're in its territory. And you see those grayish white birds? Those are pink-backed pelicans. They might not look pink now, but during mating season, the skin on their back turns a light pink, which is where they get their name. Follow the river a little bit more. Not seeing anything yet. A couple more pink-backed pelicans, and ooh, I see some Nile crocodiles. Left side of the truck, folks. Now, Nile crocodiles, they are cold-blooded creatures. Stay seated for me though, please. Yeah, stay seated all the time. Thank you. If you see any crocodiles with their mouths open, they're actually letting hot air out of their body to help regulate their body temperature. They're also one of the most deadly creatures in Africa as well. A single bite from their powerful jaws is easy enough to snap bone. Definitely don't want to go pet one. Bad idea. So it looks like we're coming up onto the open reserve, the open savanna portion of the reserve. Now in the savanna is where a lot of the more famous animals like to go hang out at, like elephants, giraffes, zebras, lions, a whole bunch of cool animals. If you look on the right side of the truck, that upside down looking tree, it's actually called a baobab tree. They're leafless almost the entirety of the year. Very rarely do you see any leaves on them. The reason they do that is to kind of conserve water in their trunks. So if you ever see a tree that looks like it's upside down, you're at a baobab tree. They normally have a lot of water inside. Kind of like a cactus, but not exactly. This is probably one of my favorite views out here in the reserve, is looking right across the open savanna. Doesn't look too lively right now. Sun's probably getting to some of the animals. So they're probably hiding out under trees and bushes, so keep your eyes open. Just like you don't like being out in the sun, neither do the animals. Now, savanna landscapes are almost 100% made up landscapes by the animals themselves. Giraffes and elephants will eat the undersides of the trees, kind of making the tree leaves look as they do. And then elephants are kind of like bulldozers. They'll actually knock down all the trees, making pathways, making it look all nice and open. That way they have clear pathways to walk through, and a whole bunch of the other animals enjoy that as well. And all the grass is kept up by all the smaller animals like the antelopes, cattle. Got a nice little rock formation over here on the left. I see some African wild dogs up ahead. I'll get a little closer for you guys to get some good views of them. Now, African wild dogs are actually one of the most successful hunters in Africa. Instead of going right up after their prey, they'll actually run their prey to exhaustion.
They're so cute.
Have you noticed the spots and splatter markings on their coats? They're all kind of unique. That way they can identify each other.
They came running and they all started playing. They were so cute, like dogs.
Oh, over by the tree line on the left side of the truck, looks like there's some sable antelope just kind of relaxing over there. Sable antelope are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. You can easily tell the difference between a male and female is by their coats. The males have the darker coats. The more mature they get, the darker the coat. Now, if you notice on both the right and left side of the truck, these giant dirt mounds, anyone know what they are? Termites, yes, termite mounds. Termites will actually, with their saliva and dirt, put it together and let it sit out in the sun. It's actually harder than concrete. Bigger animals like elephants and rhinos will actually use them kind of as scratching posts. And smaller animals, once they're worn down, will use them as outlooks. So they'll kind of step up there and look over the savanna a little bit and give them a better view in case there's any predators hanging around, especially in long grass. So it looks like there's a couple of animals out here in the open area on the right side of the truck. Those two grayish animals are white-bearded wildebeest. So the rest of the herd should be somewhere around, not too far away. Wildebeest are one of the largest migratory species in the world. Anywhere from 500 to 1,000 will migrate at one time across thousands of miles. Oh, there's more of the herd off into the bushes all the way in the back there. And a rare sight coming up. We got some Maasai giraffe, and it looks like a couple of them are lying down.
Look at the giraffe. Look at the giraffe.
Now, giraffes are the tallest land animal.
Yep, that's as close as they
They're not the largest, just the tallest.
Look, he's behind them.
And these look to be Maasai giraffe. An easy way to be able to identify the different kinds of giraffe is their spots. Giraffes kind of have like a messy looking spot. And the reason I said that seeing giraffes laying down is a rare sight is because they very rarely will lay down in case any predators are nearby. It takes them a while to stand back up, so when they lay down, they're very vulnerable. Now, giraffes will actually only sleep up to about 30 minutes a day. not all at one time either. They'll stand sleeping, sit sleeping, but like I said, very rarely will they lay down. Looks like some of these trees are kind of pulled on over, pushed over, one or the other. Good sign of elephants, because like I said, elephants are like the bulldozers here in Africa. So keep your eyes open for some big old elephants. Well, on the left side, it's kind of hard to tell them apart, but there's some mandrills on the left side, right in front of those rocks. Mandrills are the largest species of monkey. A male can get up to 100 pounds. Oh, and there's an elephant all the way off the right. I'll go around the bend here. There should be a road available. Looks like there's two. Never mind, there's only one. They closed off a road. Yeah, looks like it got washed away. I'll go by slowly for you guys to see that elephant while I kind of go by.
There's an elephant. You didn't see him? You saw him.
No worries, Hakuna Matata, folks. Where there's one, there's normally more. Elephants are very social animals. So we'll take this other pathway, see if we can find any more elephants. Yeah. Not the greatest pathway. The bridge doesn't look that great. I mean, it should be fine though. I mean, otherwise the road would be closed, you'd think, right? I'll just take it nice and easy. Nice and easy. Alright. So it seems like it is a safe bridge. I still don't really, I don't know, I was nervous. I don't know about any of you guys. Those creaky noises weren't the best sounding thing. I kind of got goosebumps about it. Ooh, some red clay. And there's elephant tracks and markings on both sides of the track. Oh. Now elephants will actually eat this red clay. It's very nutritious for them. It's kind of like their daily vitamin. So it's a good sign that there's more elephants. Like I said, they're social animals. Females and infants will stay together in a big herd. Oh, look, there's elephants on the left side of the truck. Not the greatest view, so I'll kind of go pull up a bit more. Looks like we found the herd. Yeah, males, once they hit a mature level in their life, they'll actually kind of go off in small bachelor pads, or they'll also kind of just be by themselves. There you go, there's a couple of elephants right there for you guys. Now notice all this dirt and everything on top of the elephant thing. They're not dirty animals. They just like to toss the stuff on top of them because they have sensitive skin. So anything they put, like throw on their back, dirt, sand, mud, straw, it helps them with the sun, making sure that the sun isn't too hot for them. It cools them down. Not only that, but it's kind of like a bug repellent too. So it looks like there's a watering hole up here, another elephant. Ooh, a couple of more elephants.
There's so many elephants, it's crazy. In the pond? In the water? Look at the ducky next to us.
Now notice how it's using its trunk. The trunk is not only its nose, but it's also a portion of its upper lip. And there's more muscles in an elephant's trunk than there is in the human body. Very powerful animals.
Huh?
So these ones not so much, but they are flying and swimming bird. The pink birds that you see there are greater flamingo. They're the largest and lightest pink in color of all the flamingo species. Anyone know how flamingo gets its color? Yes, brine shrimp and any other little crustaceous animals down there. Does anyone know what color a flamingo is when they're born? What was that? Gray? Yeah, you're right. They are gray when they're born. Let's see what other animals we can see out here in the savannah. Still haven't seen my favorite out here yet. I'll point it out once we find one if we do. So there looks like there's a mud hole there. Good sign for bigger animals. They like to wallow in the mud. Oh, and there they are on the right side of the truck back there. Those are white rhinos. Those are one of my favorites. White rhinos, they don't get their name because of their color. They get their name because of Afrikaans word called wide, which means wide, because they have a wide, broad mouth. Unlike the black rhino, who has kind of like a triangular, pointed mouth. Oh, there's another one up there, or a couple more it looks like. Is that one or two? I can't tell. But there's another one up there on the right side truck on top of that hill. They're a bit closer, so a better view for you guys. Now, gotta stay seated though, please. Thank you. So what's really cool is that rhinos can actually gallop. They're actually very agile on their feet. They can run up to 35 miles an hour as well. Now, a group of rhinos is called a crash because they can't really see that well, so they'll kind of bump into each other every once in a while. Oh, and it's hard to see it, but on the left side, up there in the shade, kind of by the tree stump that's knocked over, there's a cheetah up there. Now, cheetahs are the fastest land animal in the world. They can accelerate up to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. They don't keep that speed up for long though. They can't keep that speed up for durations too long because their bodies aren't meant for that. So they gotta catch their prey quick. And they're actually one of the few largest cat animal cat species. Words are hard, sorry guys. But they're one of the few cat species that hunt during the day because the black markings around their eyes will help them see during the daylight, reflecting the sun rays. But another large cat up here on this Kopi rock formation. 2 of them just sitting up there on that rock. I'll go by nice and easy. Stay a little quiet though, we don't want to disturb them. Now lions will actually rest up to 20 hours a day. And they're very active at night. During the daytime, their eyesight is just as good as a human's. But at night, their eyesight is 6 times greater. Oh yeah, there's some ostriches and those white rhinos again on the right. We'll go around this other Kopi formation and see if we can get a better view of those ostriches and rhinos in a moment. Meanwhile, those lions are still in view. I mean, it's not the greatest view, but it's a view. Around this other Kopi formation, see what's on this side. Yeah, I see the zebra over there as well. Now those are plain zebra. Another large migratory animal species. And those ostrich over there as well as those white rhinos. Looks like there's ostrich eggs over there as well. Ostriches are the largest and flightless bird. Yes, those eggs, ostrich eggs are actually really cool because they're 3 pounds each. Not only that, what I think is really cool about them is that you could easily stand on one and it won't even crack. Alright, so it looks like we're getting into another forestry area. Looks like we're getting into the Magadi Glen, so we're leaving the savannah. So let's see what other animals we have. Now keep in mind, a lot of the animals that are in the forestry areas, they're very shy and skittish, so keep your eyes open because you never know what you're going to see.
Oh, yesterday was like there's like no animals out either.
So we got a couple big white birds here with some black tip feathers up on this rock on the right side of the truck. These are yellow-billed stork. Yellow-billed stork will eat just about anything. If it fits in its bill, it's fair game. Snakes, frogs, lizards, fish, even smaller birds. Fits in the bill, lunch. Alright, so it seems like I'm hearing the train, so that means we're getting close over to Harambe Village, getting out of the reserve. So I hope you guys enjoyed the safari and saw a whole bunch of animals you're expecting to see. Not every safari is the same, however. Animals do their own thing out there. In the wild outside of reserves, it's a lot harder for those animals too, because their habitats are easily being destroyed. And you can help those animals too by recycling, reusing anything back home. Even your cell phones can be recycled. There's actually a mineral inside those cell phones that is called coltan. Now, coltan is a mineral that's mined here in Africa from formations where the mandrills like to hang out, as well as the Kopi formations where lions hang out. So those are some environments of the animals that are being taken away just for cell phone use. So if you recycle your cell phone, you're helping some of those animals. And if you want to see some more animals, I'm going to be dropping you off close to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, where you can head on over and see some other amazing animals that you can't see out in the reserves. Some are similar, some are not. So we don't like to say goodbye here in Africa. It's too sad and too final. So we like to say Kwaherini, which means go well. So Kwaherini, everybody, have a wild adventure today. Stay on those paths, because those animals can be anywhere.
Welcome back, guys. First, we're gonna slide up and watch this right there. Looks like you got all your belongings from there yesterday.
Kwaherini, everyone.
Yes, look at mine.
Not exactly going as planned. Nope.
Supposed to be 5 rides behind.
Yeah, because we expected to be not quite yet, but pretty close to being having having everything done here. So we're going to be down 3 dyno. Yeah, 5 rides short of expectations. But it's the nature of the beast. And I'm on Pirates of the Caribbean again. Oh, you said it again? And I'm on Main Street Vehicles again. There we go. Hello. All right, Wildlife Express. Catch a break here, have it be right there before us. Nope. At least it's not just pulling away. Thanks. We had a chance. Could have called it a day there.
She can go in with you. Just remember, no, you can all be together. Yeah, just remember you.
Hey guys, hear that train whistle? That's the Wildlife Express coming to pick you up, take you to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So at this time, if you have strollers, they do need to be folded because only folded strollers.
Alright, this is it, the last four.
We're going to take 40 people that need a little more assistance first, then general parking will begin. Gates and doors, please don't open those yourself. We're going to do that for you when it is safe to do so. There is no smoking on the train or platform or either station, including Rafiki's Planet Watch. Once you get out there, this is the only way to get to Rafiki's Planet Watch. The only way to get back from Rafiki's Planet Watch. Over at Rafiki's, you're going to see a veterinary clinic and animal care center, health center. There's some small animal exhibits of all kinds. Rafiki got skeletons for a meet and greet. A whole lot more right out here at Rafiki's Planet Watch. Have a great time.
I guess it makes sense, but she's an animal doctor.
You get to see some animals. Hey, when you're in school, I'll come. I'm gonna have lunch with you every day.
Now arriving
With me
at
every
this
day.
platform.
Is that cool? You eat lunch around 12, and I don't work till 2:45. So. And then on my days off, I'll pick you up. And by then, hopefully, Grandpa will be on. It's going to open from here, I think. Over here.
Everyone, please put your hands Welcome aboard. Voice of Trump.
Our boarding Wildlife Express bound for Conservation Station. Board.
It's okay. Nothing. She bumped into me.
Hands, arms, legs, feet back on the seats at all times. Traveling with the little one, make sure they remain seated. Either placed on or lap around the seat next to you. Cell phones, cameras, anything else that you own must remain inside our train at all times. There's absolutely no smoking on our station or train, and that includes any and all versions of electronic cigarettes. No further switching of seats. Everyone of all ages needs to remain seated now. Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express. My name is Jordan. I'll be your conductor on the way over to Rufus. It's Plan to watch. If you're wondering where I'm located all the way in the back of the train, which means I can see from the back of the train all the way up to the front. On our way over to Rafiki's Plan to watch, we're going to be passing some of the backstage areas to the Kilimanjaro Safari. These are the nighttime homes to such animals as the lions, the warthogs, and the hoofstock. The way these animals are called in one tonight is by a certain sound cue, whether it be bells, whistles, or two pieces of wood struck together. Once you get over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, you'll be able to experience an animal hospital, character meet and greet with Rafiki and Doc McStuffins. We also have the affection section with domestic animals that you can pet and brush. Once again, we do need everyone to remain seated at all times. That means please do not stand up on our moving train. If you stand up on our moving train once again, we will stop our train, and it's going to be all your fault. At this time, we are making an unscheduled stop due to people not following our safety rules. Until you decide to follow our safety rules, we will not move our train. Once again, we do need everyone of all ages. They need to remain seated at all times. There is no further switching of seats. You were on a moving train.
Does everyone understand?
Hands, arms, legs, feet, cell phones, kids, and cameras must remain inside our train at all times. Please do not pick them up and hang them out the window. Up ahead are a few more nighttime homes. They belong to the cheetah, the southern white rhino, and the largest land animal of all, the African elephant. Approaching Rafiki's Planet Watch, please sit back, remain seated, keep your hands, arms, legs, feet, backs on the seats at all times. Traveling with the little one, make sure they remain seated, either placed on your lap or on the seat next to you, until the train has come to a full and complete stop. The doors in front of you, do not attempt to open them. Why would you? After all, you're on vacation. Let us who are working do that for you. If you're traveling with any personal strollers, please keep them folded until after you have crossed the solid yellow safety line on our platform. That's the one past our iron gates. Thank you for not smoking in the station or on the train. That includes any and all versions of electronic cigarettes.
Oh, now we're at the spot.
Welcome to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Have a great time.
All right, let's go see
De fossiele spelletjes. Een musical. En een achtbaan, maar dan moet je 1,22 zijn.
Mag ik erin?
Weet ik niet.
Espera, eu vou pegar 10 mapas aqui, ó. Olha, presta atenção. Quando parar, vou pegar 10. Você vai dar pro céu. Esquece o mapa. Olha os bichos. Agora olha aqui, dá. Isso eu tenho isso aí. Quando eu vou pegar, a gente não vai buscar o
We're leaving it right.
Okay.
Hands on flex, feet back on the seats at all times, traveling with a little one. Make sure they remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. So place the monitor up or on the seat next to you. At this time, there is no further switching of seats, and everyone needs to remain seated. Cell phones, cameras, anything else that you own must remain inside the train at all times. There's absolutely no smoking in our station or on our train, and that includes any and all versions of electronic cigarettes.
Jumbo everyone! Welcome aboard Wildlife Express. We trust you enjoyed your visit to Rafiki's Planet Watch. We are now beginning our return trip to the African town of Harambe. For your safety, remain seated.
If you have your feet up on the wall, I suggest you drop them down flat if they go out our train. We will stop it.
Comenzamos ahora nuestro viaje de regreso a la aldea africana de Harambe. Por su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Vigilen a los niños y, por favor, absténganse de fumar. Asante Sara.
6 minutes. If I get it right now, I don't think we'd be out there about 6 minutes. I'm gonna get some water.
There's a bathroom right in the village next to us. Then you could get some food or drink.
Black Express now arriving at this platform.
Pretzel or do you want like fruit? You want pretzel or fruit? Doesn't matter.
Pretzel.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Need a little luck now. We should be able to. It's not, I looked at the ride times; are not long, other than Test Track and Soarin'.
It's a single. So Soarin's only 1.5 a week.
Yeah. Hi, can I get 2 pretzels and 2 waters, please?
You got it. Did you want cheese?
Actually, can I have Powerades instead of waters?
Yes, sir. Did you want cheese with the pretzels?
Yes, please.
It's gonna come to 2062. Come on, Tara. Move faster. Oh, I said this is an invalid pin. Can you switch the band one more time? Right, like please. Take them. Cheese. Yes. Right, sir. Would you like the receipt?
No, I don't need it. Thank you very much.
Pretzels are coming now, and then you can just pick up the
Okay.
Careful, they're really hot.
All right. I'll just need one of those.
Just one?
That's fine. Thank you.
Just hold both of these.
Huh?
What? You're gonna put that away or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it away.
Or,